Have a crack, punters. That's what it's all about. Get your bets on race night. What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the 1-800 number or visit the website.
Emily Brown joins us as Statuario tries to book his place in the Caulfield Cup via the Naturalism, and based on what he did in the Heatherly Fresh, there's every chance he can here. Emily, how's he bounced out of the first up effort?
Yeah, incredibly happy with him. You know, he's worked on beautiful. He's done everything right. I just don't think barrier 19 was my friend.
How's Dean pilot a course today?
Dean has done a great job for us for a long time. Definitely the man up there for the job. I think it's definitely going to depend on how the horse jumps, where we put him. It's a tricky start from a tricky area, and hopefully he's got it sorted.
Good luck. Disappointing week with Basilina, of course, not going to be a feature through the spring, but hopefully Statuario can level the ledger somewhat. All the best.
Yeah, definitely. I didn't have a great Wednesday. Thanks.
Let's hope it's a better Saturday than for Emily and the team, and it's a real family affair, isn't it? The Browns, and they do a great job.
They certainly do, and I tell you what, I reckon if I was going to have my house on something right now, I know the lucky spot that they like to stand into, but Charlotte's round at the start and she's being joined by Jamie Mott.
Yeah, we actually just got a love bite from Mark Twain. Thank you for that one. I just wanted to get your insights on how he's coping with the backup.
Yeah, no problem. He's felt great coming around here, very fresh. Just drawn a bit wide, so we're going to probably ride him a little bit quieter. See how we jump, but he's in good shape.
He's nice and quiet now, so saving everything in the tank for the race. Good luck.
Thank you.
Yeah, you'd probably be hoping that this spring could be another positive spring for a horse that got loose at the Valley and did a few extra laps. We saw one have a pretty good spring last year about this time, Amy.
That was wild when you think back to it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
The week of the Cox Plate. It's a vision I don't think any of us will lose out of our memory at any time soon, and I'm sure Chris Waller and J-Mac probably still have nightmares over that, but something that you never like to see. But Mark Twain, it seems like he's not parading quite as fresh now anyway, with going to the races 3 weeks in a row like he has done.
Very true, and starting to let up. Gee, this is a race where there's a lot of horses here that are out of form, to be perfectly honest, and I can understand why half yours is short, and there's probably, 4 or 5 chances at the top of the market which you could see winning, but then there's a lot there, and as I said, there'll be a couple improved, but there's a lot of horses there, Amy, that have a long way to go. Anyway, they're well through loading for the Naturalism. See what's on offer in the Caulfield Cup. Here's Matt.
So Jamaica, the only horse to do the double, the Naturalism, into the Caulfield Cup back in 2016, and Gold Trip was the last Melbourne Cup winner to contest this in 2022. Sizable gate here for the Naturalism. What a mighty horse Naturalism was, and was just touched off in a Japan Cup as well. Now they're just about ready. Statuario goes in, Asterix to take the extreme outside alley for this large field for the Tobin Brothers Naturalism Stakes. And the field ready, set to go. Gates are back at the 2,000 metres. Herman Hess jumped well with the Doctor of Love, Future History, River of Stars, Braden Star, all pushing up towards the lead. Then came Half Yours and Statuario just behind the pace setters, and they're 2 lengths Berkshire Breeze. Then Berkeley Square, who's 4 deep. Next in the field, Herman Hess and Grand Piero from Interpretation, Torrenzino, Earl of Tyrone, Mr. Wolfgang Asterix, and Mark Twain last as they climb at the 1,400 metres. The leader is Braden Star from River of Stars, and 3 wide is Future History, using plenty of the track to get across. And they're 2 lengths to Half Yours, who's next on the rails. Further back on top of the hill at the 1,200 metres, the Doctor of Love. Berkeley Square is on a wide run. Then Statuario. Next on the inside, Berkshire Breeze. A length and a half away, Herman Hess and Grand Piero. A length Interpretation as this field string out from Torrenzino. 2 lengths Earl of Tyrone. Now that horse is getting well back in the field and would spot the lead about 15 from Mr. Wolfgang, and then Mark Twain and Asterix from the extreme outside gate back to the end. 850 out. Braden Star being tested by Future History up the side. They're 2 lengths River of Stars. Berkeley Square in 4th place deeper. Then the the Doctor of Love. Half Yours next on the inside, just snookered at the moment, followed by Statuario making up ground from Gran Piero. Berkshire Breeze going backwards, Herman Hess with Interpretation. Torrenzino, Mr. Wolfgang, Mark Twain, Earl of Tyrone and Asterix. So Braden Star and Future History come up to the corner at the 400 metres from Berkeley Square. River of Stars behind them still had a bit to offer, and Half Yours on the inside is tracking through along the rails. Braden Star went for home at the 250, but Half Yours has got out now and claims it from Statuario, battling on. Then Gran Piero, it's Half Yours at the 100 metres, has raced away. 2 lengths in front and it's over. Half Yours spears away, and the favourite wins it by over 3. Berkshire Breeze second, Photo third, Gran Piero or Statuario in a head bobber. Back behind them, Braden Star, and then Berkeley Square, Interpretation and Mark Twain. Next, the Doctor of Love, River of Stars, Asterix. Then came Mr. Wolfgang next to Torrenzino, Herman Hess, Earl of Tyrone and Future History.
Hugs for father and son, Calvin and Tony McAvoy. They've got Half Yours now with a guaranteed berth in the 2025 Caulfield Cup. He's got 51 kilos as it stands. He's got 50 in a Metropolitan if they want to go that way in a fortnight's time and then come back here to Caulfield in 4 weeks. Either way, he looks very much a live chance, and not surprising given the conditions of the day and the shape of the race as well. But much like the Sarupa Clark, they've run slick time, 2:01.12. That's just about 0.7 shy of Harlem's race record that was set in similar circumstances in this contest back in 2017. He was a dual Australian Cup winner. Grays for Days in behind. Berkshire Breeze looks like it'll just edge out Statuario, and Gran Piero will actually be the one splitting them. So 17, 10, 14 and 16. Half Yours as announces himself, Hutch, as a live Caulfield Cup chance.
Yeah, some ride, some win. That was an unbelievably impressive performance. It's been good on the clock and you put up a margin. He's going to be a big chance in a Caulfield Cup, absolutely no doubt. Let's hear from Jamie Mellum. That was a special ride.
Yeah, Hutchie, that was a very special ride, Jamie. That gap just presented at the perfect time. You saved all that ground, and geez, strong late. That was lovely to watch.
Yeah, I was about due to pull out a good ride today. So, but look, this horse has just pushed button. The only instructions I got from Tony was just to try and be as close as possible. And once I gave him a squeeze, he put himself there, and when the gap came, he took it without hesitation. He's a very nice horse with a big, bright future, I think.
I spoke to Calvin a little while ago when he was on the way up to Sydney to watch this horse win on that occasion. He had a big opinion of him then. How's the 2400 looking now?
Well, I couldn't stop him just then. I think, yeah, further obviously better because he falls asleep, he relaxes in the run. He took probably 100 metres to hit his top, and then there was no getting near him after that. So looking forward to hopefully keeping the ride and stepping up over 2400 with him.
The ultimate stayer, that's what you want to see. Well done, Jamie.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Guess what? You got a horse that's going to run in the Caulfield Cup. How good is that?
Well, Jamie rode it beautifully, got off the fence, and yeah, 2,400 metres is going to suit it beautifully. So, you know, the longer the better, I reckon. So, yeah, so good.
She just saved every inch of ground, didn't she? And waited for the right time, peeled the horse out, and he gave a really good kick.
Perfect draw. And yeah, sat behind the leader, then kicked out, and then yeah, had a great turn of foot. So yeah, look forward to what's going to happen next. Goodness knows.
What an exciting time. Congratulations. Enjoy this.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Calvin McAvoy is with us. Half Yours is fully in the 2025 Caulfield Cup after taking out the Naturalism. Cal, that time spent in Queensland through the winters, done both this horse and your co-trainer, the World of Good.
Yeah, for sure, Nigel. Look, he wins it up there, and Jimmer, who strapped him here today, he spent a lot of time with this horse in Queensland, and then he's been in Sydney, and it's been a really big team effort. And you know, he's a horse we've loved all the way along. You know, there's been a fair hype about him, and today was a big test for him, and he took that test.
Take us further back to the pedigree, letting that sort of percolate, because 4 or 5 months ago he's kicking around midweeks at Seymour. Did you think he could get to this level in this space of time?
Oh, look, he was bred by Janice and Lake Cole McKenna, and very well handled early by the MAR team, and he was put on that English digital sale. Ryan Moore, our race manager, we found him. We loved the profile. He had a good rating, and we really wanted to get him. We didn't think we'd have to spend the money we did, but thank God we did. And ever since we've had him, he's been straightforward, been a lovely horse to train, and we haven't got to his ceiling yet.
Would you be open to him contesting a Metrop and then coming back for a Caulfield Cup, or now that he's here in Victoria, he's here to stay?
Yeah, look, that was the big question through the week. Dad and I we tossed up what to do. He was in Sydney. We always had planned to run him in the Kingston town. It was we last minute decided to accept here, and we always knew that if he came down here to Melbourne and won, he'd probably stay here. And look, he's in the Caulfield Cup now. He's proven on a good track. So I think we'll be all systems going to the Caulfield Cup.
Would he need one more run under the belt to be ready for the 2400?
He's a very fit horse. Look, another run won't do him any harm. I feel like he could go straight to a mile and a half now, it'd be no problem. But look, we'll get through today. We'll weigh up what we do, whether it's one more run, a trial, I don't know, but it's bloody exciting for the whole team.
Bravo, Cal.
Thank you.